Yo, 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 it's your boy YB out here. Can everyone hear, man? Can everyone hear, man? In the building. Salute, salute, General. Salute, salute, General. Dominic Breazeale in the building. I can hear myself speaking. It means we're live and that. All right, then. Let's do some shouts out quickly. Yeah, obviously. Shouts out to Aisha Queen in the building. Shouts out Instinct 270 in the building. Let me see you get that Lizak button to 20 people. How we got 200 people in the building and only 9 likes. Let me see you hit that Lizak button. H Money in the building. Lace Hatcher in the building. Cyril S in the building. Ghost Side 666 in the building. Mr. Landlord in the building. We're out here today. We're going to break down Dominic Breazeale's sloppy ass defense. Not a lick of defense. GJ Max 72, salute YB, salute, 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 General. Joey Ocean, salute, salute, General. Yok Pushkin, YB, what's good, bruv? I'm nice, bro. What you saying? Nick G, what's happening, big man? You cool, brother, yeah? All right, then. All right, then. Let me crack on with this breakdown, and I'm not going to get a copyright strike, but I'm going to go in deep anyway. Let's try it. We're going to break down the fight from the start. It's not long anyway. It's only a few minutes. So I'm going to play it, and everything I see, we're going to stop it. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm going to get away with playing it on here like this, but I'd like to make it bigger screen. But I know for a fact if I make it full screen, yeah, it's not going to be good. So I'll try it this way I'll try it this way to start with. I assume you lot can see anyway. If you can't see, it's kind of peak for you, man. But you can either get the fight up. I'm on this link here. If you type this link in, it's on Sky Sports anyway. You can find it. And I'm going to start at 11:56. So it's up to you what you want to do. You can either watch this or watch that. I'll give you guys a few seconds to decide what you want to do. And then I'll start. H Money. I told you Deontay Wilder was the most feared man in the world. Listen. Dominic Breazeale didn't have no defense. He didn't have no defense. Not even a bit of it, bro. Not even a bit of defense. The guy's a bum. GJ Mack. Can't believe how Breazeale had no game plan at all. Bro, he came in with his arms flailing. His arms are all over the place. What's going on here? What is going on? Anyway, let's play it. Let's get to it. So the fight starts. Breazeale comes out with his leaky guard, pushing a slow-ass 1-2. No good. Look how slow the 1-2 is. No good at all. Look how leaky his guard is. Too leaky. Too damn leaky. Listen, watch that. That there was the best thing my man done the whole fight. Let me play it again so everyone can see it. This double jab here was the best thing he done the whole night. 1-2, that was it. That was the best thing. Make sure everyone saw it. I've missed it again. Whoops. This was the best thing. Double jab. Boom. That was it. The best thing he did the whole night. I'm not even sure it landed actually now. Boom. I think it did actually. That was the best thing he did. And you can see what I mean when I say his guard. Look at that. Look. The first thing that happens. Watch when Wilder throws. Wilder throws. Where's Breazeale's hands when Wilder throws? Watch where Breazeale's hands go. Yeah? Watch them. Watch Breazeale's hands. Watch where they go. Whoops. I'll tell you what I need to do. Let me slow this down actually. Because it's going too quick at the moment. I can't really follow it properly. Let's try it again. Watch when Wilder throws, yeah. Watch where Breazeale's hands go. Here we go. 1-2. Watch. Why are his hands down here? You've just been hit essentially. Now Wilder didn't follow up this time, but you get hit with a shot. Why are your hands by your ankles for? And this was the thing. In a minute, Wilder presses him in the corner, and my man's hands are down here. Like, what's that about? What have you been doing in training? When you're backing up, yeah, it's absolutely vital that your hands are up. There's no excuse for it. You're backing up, your hands need to be up. Like when you see good fighters like Floyd Mayweather, whenever he's getting backed up, you don't see his hands down by his ankles, do you? And that's for good reason. This guy's sloppy as you like. No form, no defense, none of it. Anytime he gets hit, his hands come down. It's mental. we go. Look, what straight through the middle. Straight through the middle there. This guy's leaky. Look at his two hands. And I said, look at it. It's so sloppy. That jab there went straight through his head. Too leaky. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Slow and sloppy, my hands. I know this is in half speed, but trust me, that was slow. Slow. Proper slow. I think he's tired already. He's getting gassed already. That's why he's taking a break and dropping his hands even more. He's not. I don't feel this my man Breazeale has learned or has got used to having a strong guard. His guard's weak. Guard's proper weak. Deontay Wilder try and go to the body there with a right hook. Boom, straight through the middle. Straight through the middle. This is what I've been trying to tell people. Mike Tyson. Let me show you Mike Tyson. There you go. Look, as an example. This isn't a great example, but look, that's what Mike Tyson used to do, essentially. Both gloves stuck together at the front because that is powerful there. You're strong. If you when you glue both hands together, you get like a friction. You get a frictional strength, if that makes sense. It's a lot harder for someone's jab to break two hands stuck together than it is to break two hands miles apart. When you put your two hands together, they're much stronger. It's almost like you double, or you are. You've got both your arms powered together, if that makes sense. You create like a vacuum. And that guard there, when you jab into a guard like that, it's hard to penetrate that type of guard there. Yeah? With the two hands stuck together. My man Breazeale, if you could see the other side around there, it's wide open here. In fact, we've just seen it. We've just seen Wilder jab right through it. Watch. Boom. Straight there. Straight through. See that? Hand straight through his guard. Look. Mike Tyson, this one here, yeah? Do you think a guard's going straight through there? I don't think so. The guard ain't going straight through nowhere because your hands are stuck together. It's close to impossible. I'm trying to find a better example. But you can see, from that picture there, you should be able to see what I mean by that. You put well, you can just see it on all of these, on all of them. Look at, well, you can't really see them pictures actually, but look, these pictures here. He's hugging his face with his gloves. They're both together. That's what you need to be doing at this level. And I'm sorry, unless you've got some magical Floyd Mayweather defense, but then again, even Floyd can use a high guard. But unless you've got some magic, unless you've got a magical shoulder roll where you're going to slip and roll punches, then you need to be doing it, because slipping and rolling punches is a higher skill level than just keeping your hands stuck together in front of your face. Hands stuck together. Look at that. Look how neat, elbows in, covering his face. Yeah, it's not rocket science here. We're not talking rocket science. We're talking basic principles here. And this guy just gets jabbed right. His elbows aren't even. Look at that body there. Wilder should have dinged the right hand there, and he'd have been folded like Lucas Brown got straight to the solar plexus. Boom. That'd have been it. No doubt about it. Straight through the guard. And again, for good measure. My man doesn't know how to defend a shot. Boom, straight through again. First 1-2 that landed. Or the first 1-2. Shakes his head. It's no good shaking. It's no good shaking your head. The shot just came clean through. Well, the steps in, 1-2, boom, straight through. Left hook to finish up. My man shaking his head. You're about to be knocked out, buddy. With your sloppy defense. Everything went through his guard. Every single thing. Not good enough at this level. Too leaky. Boom, 1-2 again. Boom, straight through. Straight through his guard. Absolutely. Watch this. Perfect. Straight through it. 1-2. Boom. Look at that. His arm is right through. Wilder turns it over beautifully there. Right on the end of his chin, that is. Clean on the end of his chin. And what are his arms doing? Ask me, people, what are his arms doing? They're up here. What are they doing up there? They ain't helping your chin up here, are they? They should have been. When you're getting pressured, well, I'm talking about what I'd be doing. Listen, if I'm getting pressured, my chin's coming down and my hands are protecting my face. Does that make sense? You're not meant to. One of the first principles you're meant to be taught is when you're backing up. And to be fair, I used to do it when I was a beginner, but this guy's a professional for how many years? But as I was saying, when you first start boxing, you're when you get backed up, you want to kind of it doesn't make sense, but your chin kind of comes up. You bring your chin up as you move backwards, and your hands are lower or higher. But when you're meant to be learning, you should know when you're going back or under pressure, put your chin down. Yeah. Put your chin down and keep your hands around your face. What are his hands doing up here? What are they doing? Because your head's here, bro. Yeah. And what you want to do, you want to make sure your gloves are around your face, because your gloves are the thing that are going to absorb shots better. Your elbows here, there's going to be a massive gap in between your elbows. The gloves, because they're so big, they can close that gap and they can close these shots off. But my man's too busy, got his hands up here. And the other reason you don't want your hands up this high is because it brings your elbows up. If Wilder could shoot to the body, he'd be on the floor now, because his midsection would be worked. Simple as that. This dude's so sloppy. I don't know what Virgil Hunter's been doing. I'm not no world championship trainer, but we'd be drilling this, and every time he got it wrong, we'd be starting again. That'd be it. And I'd say, listen, if you can't do this, this ain't working. I'm not in it for the money or whatever. But these dudes, it seems to be money to me. Because Amir Khan gets in there and quits. Virgil Hunter's losing respect, in my opinion. And what I don't understand is, how can you create something as skilled and as disciplined as Andre Ward, but yet be having this sort of thing going on? I just don't understand it. Body wide open. This is amateur stuff, people. Seriously. YB, you're not a professional. Well, I wouldn't be if I was a professional. This wouldn't be happening. I'm sorry, wouldn't be happening. Every 1-2 it landed. Not good. Yeah. You need a basic tight guard. If you haven't got the skills to be doing all this other frilly stuff, a basic peekaboo style will do. Dinged him. And to be honest with you, look, he shakes his head again. To be honest with you, the writing was on the wall here, obviously, because he can't defend. Every jab was going through and every right hand was going through. And when you're fighting Wilder, you can't be having every jab and every right hand go through. You really can't. And it's interesting as well, because AJ fought this dude a lot earlier in his career, and I think that's quite meaningful. I could be wrong, but I'd like to see what Breazeale does with AJ now, because I can't believe this would have took AJ 8, 9 rounds, to be honest with you. Not with this kind of defense. No way. I need to go. I actually did watch that fight back quite recently, and I don't know what. I need to watch it again actually. Now I've seen this fight, because I don't know how my mum was standing after with that kind of defense. Look at that! Look at the gap in his hands. Look! He's literally begging. Whoops. Where is it? Look at that. That wasn't even bad, but a minute ago, look at the gap in his arms. Bring them elbows in and close the gap. It's all well and good being able to see there, but you're going to ding it right through your head, as he's been doing. And this is what I don't understand about these fighters in terms of their IQ. In my opinion, if a man is hitting me with every jab he throws, if a man is dinging me right on my chin with every right hand he throws, I know I need to change something. Either I need to change my stance around, or as in I need to change, either I can go from a high guard and try to shoulder roll for a bit, or I need to bring my hands together. I don't know, try something else. This whole business of open up, of having it open, ain't working, because he's coming right through it every time. And he should have known this, to be honest with you. Because we know Deontay Wilder can almost punch through a guard anyway, and he can definitely, when your two hands are separate, they're not as strong. And his head's too high as well. His elbows should be down. This reminds me of Rocky Fielding. Rocky Fielding had this type of guard where his elbows weren't in. And what happened there? Canelo punched his body to pieces. Very, very basic stuff here. We're not talking rocket science. Look at that. Wow. What was that? What was that? What is going on here? What kind of left hook? The minute I saw, when I was watching this fight, and I saw that left hook, I knew it was game over, man. What's the left hook? What's he doing? What was he doing? What was that? I beg someone explains what that was. What was he doing? Did he think that was smart? Watch. Whoom. Slow as you like. And look at his form as well. Look at the form when he throws the hook. The way I was taught, when you throw a hook, when you throw a left hook, your right hand Stays by your ear. It's almost like a piston. If you're gonna whip the left hook in, your right hand or by your ear almost, keeping it tight, keeping your defense tight. Watch my man. Watch Breazeale when he throws the left hook. Watch where his right hand is. Watch. Whoom. Look how he recovers. Where do his hands go? What sort of technique is this? Where do they, like the Americans say, where do they do that at? What's going on here? He throws the left hook and he drops both his hands wide open. It's poor. I'm sorry. It's poor at this level. Poor. Not good. And you'll see in a minute why this is relevant, because he ends up doing this sort of stuff when he gets clipped. My man, slow as you like. Look. As I told you again. This is what I was telling you about bringing your hands down. This is exactly what I was telling you about bringing his hands down. Whoops. So he does a sloppy left hook. Yeah, brings his hands right down. Watch this again. In the pocket, yeah, in the pocket. Goes to counter. Where his hands go? See that? He went to counter the jab. Oh, sorry, he went to counter what Wilder was doing, and watch where his hands ended up. And then he gets murked. This is what I'm trying to tell you. People say, oh, well, YB, his hands were low because he was recovering, or because Wilder wasn't in range. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks as if Breazeale knows what he's doing, but he doesn't. Yeah, some skilled fighters can do things when they know they can get away with it, i.e. they drop their hands, they have a rest because they know they're out of range or they're in control of the fight. Floyd Mayweather can do that or whatever. Skilled fighters can do that. Breazeale is not a skilled fighter. Breazeale isn't reading things here. This is his technique, and we're going to break it down again. Maybe let me go a little slower as well. These things are important to cover because it's important to cover, bottom line. Simple as that. No doubt about it. Let me see that slow left hook again for jokes. Here we go. Slow left hook. Wham. Slow as you like. Hands come down to his ankles. Remember I said that, yeah? Watch this. So Wilder puts him under pressure. Boom, boom. Goes to counter. With a left jab. Boom. Yeah? Left jab counter. Watch where his hands go now. Watch his hands. See, boom. What's that? What are you doing? Whenever Breazeale throws a shot, he's recovered. He brings all his hands down. Why would you do that for? The way I've been taught is, if you're putting a jab out, never mind bringing your hands to your ankles. You want to jab and bring everything straight back into the middle, straight in front of your face, where it can protect you. Yeah, my man, whenever he throws a shot, his first instinct is to bring his hands down. What is that about? Where is Virgil Hunter? Where are the coaches here? Not good enough at this level. Not good enough. And this is why when all the Americans are saying, oh, well, Dominic Breazeale, he earned his shot. He earned his shot to fight Deontay Wilder. Now, I've got criticisms of Dillian Whyte's technique, but he ain't like this. Yeah? My man, Breazeale, just threw a jab to counter with, and look what his hands are doing now. They're down by his ankles. And watch this. Boom. Straight. You can't mess around. Straight right hand over the top. Straight right hand over the top. And my man is now in trouble. Watch. Bang. Bang. Hits him square on the side of the head. My man's in trouble now. Look. Hands are down again. Even when he's backing up. Once again, I said this at the start of the video. Whenever he's backing up, his hands are down. Danger. Left hook barely misses. Hands are down. 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 What are your hands doing outside there? Your hands are no good in front of you. I know what you want to do. And this is what happens when you get scared. Not scared, but this is what happens when you get put under pressure. When you get put under pressure and you've been buzzed, your instinct is, oh, stay away from me. Keep away from me. So that's why you see Breazeale extend his hands fully. Because you're backing up and you want it. Your primitive mind, your fight or flight mind is telling you, stay away from me. Let me put my rangefinders out to try and keep this guy away from me. Let me push him away from me. But what you don't realize is, when you do that, when you push your hands out, what have you done there? Well, your whole body's exposed, yeah, and your whole head's exposed. If you can't keep him away from you, if Breazeale was fighting Mike Tyson at 5'9", that kind of defense might work, because you can push him or you can keep him away there. You can almost hold his head and he can't hit you, if that makes sense. But Wilder, who's as tall and got a longer reach than you, It's not going to work. You're going to put your arms out and he's going to counter you and he's going to hit you square on the chin. Watch again. So he gets hit with the right hand, as we just discussed. My man's backing up, hands down, hands in front of him. Yeah? Extends his arms now to try and maintain the range. Look, extends his arms. Look, no, boom, boom, bang. If Wilder had been shorter shots there, it would have been all over. Yeah, but look, what's his hands doing? What are his hands doing here? They should be by your chin where they can protect you. Out here, I know what he's doing. As I say, it's a fight or flight response. You want to try and keep the bull away from you, but unfortunately, bro, this is what I'm trying to say about professional level. At this level, you've got to be doing better than that. It's not good enough to be. The reason you train for years is to train these primitive emotions, is to train these primitive responses. These here are this is what amateurs do. I'm sorry, it's what amateurs do. Yeah, you feel under pressure, you put your hands up. Oh, stay away from me. But it's not technically good. Show me a time when Floyd Mayweather gets backed up. He's got his hands fully extended in front of his face. You don't see it because you'll get clipped. You would have been clipped in one of these fights before. My man is now backed up, been buzzed from a right hand from Wilder, and is now under pressure. And by the grace of God, he survives this, not because of skill, but because of pure luck. His arms are flailing now. Watch his arms flail. Look, nowhere near his head. He finally brings them up. But look, they're all over the place still. He's in desperate measures here. And because Wilder don't have no short right hands or don't have no short hooks, he's all right. Look at sloppiness. He's trying to counter. It's all a big mess here at this point. At this point, he's just praying at this point. Literally, look at it. He's just praying now. But fair play to him. At least he could have been worse. He could have been a worse, I guess, to be honest with you. But at least he fought his way out of that trouble there. Slow again. Look at his arms. Look at the arms. Look at the defense on the hooks. I want you lot to look at now when he's throwing these sloppy, slow hooks. Breazeale, watch his defense. And the reason, actually, I want to say something. The reason I'm concentrating on Breazeale is because he lost a fight. Now I could sit here and criticize Wilder, but what's the point in doing that in this particular fight? I'll criticize Wilder when he lost a fight or when it's been a close fight. There's no point in me breaking it down from Wilder's perspective. But anyway, as I was saying, so it's a complete messy situation here. Look at that. Watch it. Wait, I missed it. 20-1 it was. Whoops. Let me get to 21. So watch when Breazeale counters anytime. Counter. Look, counter's there. Watch where his hands come. Watch when he counters. Watch. Counter. Yeah. Counter the jab. Just see the jab get. Just see Breazeale do a counter jab here with his arm. Yeah. Then a right hand, but look where his hands come to. He just dinged the right hand over the top. Jab, right hand. And look where his hands go. They're down here. Not good enough. Yeah? Right hand over the top. Where are his hands going? When I throw a right hand over the top, where are my hands going to go at the end? Look. Hands are by his ankles. No good. Now watch the hooks. Watch again when he hooks. Where do his hands go? He brings his hands up a bit, not massively high. Hook, yeah? Where are his hands going now? Look, down. Look at that. His hands are literally by his waist, both of his hands. Even Wilder, who isn't known as a great technician, at least he's got a bit of form here. Breazeale is marching forward with his chin. Come on, Virgil Hunter. What have you been doing? And maybe it's not Virgil's fault, but I feel if it was my name and my brand that was going to be exposed or whatever, or not exposed, but if it was my name and my brand that I was putting something to, we'd be doing better than this, man. And the only way you do it, people say, oh, well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You've got to drill it. In my experience, I used to be a high-level sports person or whatever. And in my experience, it's all about drilling things. No, of course you're not going to learn a new skill. If you have to drill it. You have to spend hundreds of hours. It's boring, it's repetitive. That's what you have to do. Yeah? If you want to perform under the lights, if you want to do a particular action when you're under pressure, and like I said, I wasn't a boxer, but so imagine all sports people, when you get to a final or whatever, when it matters, when you're in a gold medal race or whatever, and it matters. If you want to perform when you're under pressure, you have to be able to do it in training. But Breazeale weren't doing nothing in training. So and that's just other sports. Imagine boxing when you've got another man looking to take your head off. Yeah, if you want to be good in them circumstances, you've really got to make sure in the gym at home you are on point. Yeah, that's what you've got to make sure. Sloppy, hands down still. Now they're in the clinch. It's not too bad. They clinched up. This was the best part of the fight, to be honest with you, from Breazeale's perspective. This was the only time Breazeale was actually safe in the clinch, if the truth be known. I think it might be. No, it's coming in a minute. All right, we get it now. Feint, slow feint from Breazeale. Slow jab. I think he's a bit gun shy now, Breazeale is. But he knows he has to get stuck in. Wilder's playing with him at this point. You know what I mean? The minute you see Wilder like dipping down and just taking the PISS, that's how you know Wilder's in control at this point. It's interesting when you watch it slow motion as well. You do get to see a lot more, to be fair. I didn't realise so much was going on. I think he's about to be knocked out now anyway. And rightly so as well. And rightly so. Here we go. Boom. Big 1-2. Look at that. And is right down. I'm so glad I've been emphasising about Breazeale's hands when he's countering. Watch Breazeale's hands. He's looking for a counter jab, yeah? Or a hook or something. Hook. That's all she wrote at that point. That there is all she wrote. Yeah. Whenever Breazeale has some offense, he's too busy. And this is what a lot of fighters do. Then they don't have lateral thinking. The great boxers, when they're doing their offense, they're thinking about their defense as well. Yeah. My man Breazeale, he can only think about one thing at once. If he's thinking about his offense, yeah, that means his hands are coming to his waist and he's going to do his offense. And I can't even say he doesn't even think defense at all, to be honest with you. But watch again. What I want you to focus on is what happens to Breazeale's arms when he wants to throw this left hook. And he come into range. Breazeale's got it in his head that he's going to throw a left hook. Look, watch both of his hands. So like, he dropped the hand, dropped it right here. Too busy thinking about his offense. Wilder, in the meantime, Wilder has landed in the time that Breazeale has tried to think about a left hook. It might even have been to the body or left uppercut. And the time Breazeale has thought about it, Breazeale's nowhere near Wilder at this point. This is how slow my man is. The time it's taken for him to just think about throwing that shot, Wilder's hit him with a two-piece. Boom, boom. That's all she wrote. My man didn't get nothing off. And the hook, his hooks are so slow. If I was Virgil Hunter, I'd say, listen, Breazeale, let's not even worry about a hook. Let's get it right. Let's just try and land this jab. Because the jab, and this is what I do. This is probably one of my weaknesses in that sense. Whenever I spar or whatever, I only throw a jab because I'm risk averse. One of my coach's criticisms is I don't throw my right hand. I don't throw anything. I don't throw anything spicy. Jab, that's it. Right? If I can't get that jab off, it's all over. I get shoulder strain from just jabbing all the time. But that's because I feel like I've got a comfort when my right hand's, or it depends on what stance I'm in, but let's assume I'm orthodox. When my right hand's by my ear, I feel like I'm safe. I feel like I've got a bit of protection there because I know I can parry any straight shots that come in or catch any hooks that come because my right hand's back here. I feel vulnerable if I move my right hand away from my chin. Yeah. But this dude don't have none of that. He's looking to do all the frilly stuff. Left hooks, left uppercuts, all this, but they're too slow. And they say timing beats speed, but my man's got no timing and no speed. And that's what happened here. Once again. The two-piece from Wilder. Breazeale's sloppy guard, yeah, steps in. Look at that. And this is what I was saying a minute ago about my guard. When my back right hand is at my face, even if I'm throwing the left hook, yeah, even if I'm throwing this hand here, you best believe this hand here, yeah, his backhand, his right hand, it isn't out here. Look at the gap. We can literally see through his guard, through his backhand. Breazeale's backhand's here, yeah. We can see through here and see the crowd. It should be impossible to see the crowd through Breazeale's backhand. Do you know why? Because that backhand should be in and to his chin. And the reason it should be in and to his chin is what you're going to see now. If his right hand here was in and to his chin, this jab that comes up, yeah, he could have parried it. But because it's out here, look, almost his jab hand, Wilder's jab hand, actually even touches Breazeale's hand. But because it's out here, he's not doing anything. If it was to his chin, Breazeale could have read that and parried the jab. And once you've parried the jab, you've kind of put Wilder off course at that point. Wilder only throws the two-piece. We've seen Wilder in this fight throw a few jabs. He only throws the two-piece once he knows that jab has landed. But this dude's defense it's awful. It's truly awful. It's a free target practice. He drops his left hand and his right hand's just in the wind somewhere. Not doing anything. Not worth anything at that point. Not worth anything. Yeah? Whoops. Jab lands and the right hand lands. And that's all she wrote. Boom. The fight is over. Listen, he didn't know nothing about that shot there. He didn't know anything about that shot there. And before, actually, I'll have a look at the chat now. We haven't finished yet. I'm going to break down. We're going to look at the KO in particular. Because I want to break that down as well, just so everyone can see what I'm talking about with his sloppy defense. Let me just take a break and see what you man are saying over here. Hit Lizak button as you come on in. How we only got 64 likes, but 233 people in the building. Gav P, yes, YB, what's good? You cool, bro, yeah? Pat OB, yo, Danny. CJ in the building. Gesdon, YB, the man on people's necks. Chuck Watson in the building again. Everybody I watched the fight with said the same thing. The fight looked fake, like WWE, disgraceful. I honestly think he got paid to take a dive. Yeah, it's interesting, Chuck. Some people today, I've been speaking to people, and they said that they thought it was a fix, but I don't know. I don't think it was a fix. Not looking at this, not if you look at once you break down Breazeale's technique, I don't think it was a fix. I don't think it was a fix, bro. Too sloppy. Bottom line, too sloppy. But I know what you mean though, because when you think about what AJ did with him, but then again, I'd like to see what AJ would do with him now, because I think you just need to be more aggressive. Wilder was, and that's what. To be fair, I got to give Wilder some credit, as I said in my videos. To be fair to Wilder, he does have a world-class 1-2. That is factual. And I did say in my other video that what was I going to say? Not only does he have a good 1-2, he's actually straightened it up a bit. And that's what we're going to get into now. He's straightened it up a bit. In this fight, in that Fury fight, I was highly critical of Wilder because he kept bowling. He kept throwing it over the top and bowling it. He wasn't dinging it. And we did that. One thing I will criticize Wilder with is that we did see when he got to this, when he was in this corner here, and they were all scrapping around. It was a bit scrapping. I do wish he'd actually, from AJ's perspective, I don't wish he'd tighten it up, but I do wish, from a boxing purist point of view, I do wish Wilder would tighten up, because it's all well and good. They all say, oh yeah, Wilder only goes wild when he's got an opponent hurt. Yeah, but why would you go wild in that case anyway? Why not throw a whole load of short, sharp, Mike Tyson 90 hooks and uppercuts? Because they're much more likely to land. When Wilder comes into this corner with Breazeale and starts flailing, when you throw wide hooks and wide uppercuts, you strain your arms, you strain your biceps. You heard Wilder today talking about, oh, my arm's hurting. That's because you throw open arm shots. Your body's weak there. Your body's strongest when your elbow's at 90 degrees. Short and sharp. Mike Tyson style. Yeah? In fact, let me pull it. That'll be something interesting to look at quickly. Just so everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say short and sharp. Mike Tyson. This might be it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that hook there. Beautiful. Bang. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that turn. Look at the shoulder there. That is a perfect hook. Absolutely beautiful. Look at his shoulder there. In line. Elbow at 90 degrees. Bang. That hits you on your chin. You're going to sleep. That sent a shiver down my spine. Look at that technique. Shoulder, elbow, hand, all in line. Beautiful stuff. Knees bent. Back straight. Perfect stuff there. That's what you need to be doing on the inside. Not and what I was saying was Wilder, you don't see Wilder's arm at 90 degrees like this. You see Wilder's arm. Let me see if I can get better quality. No, I can't. You see Wilder's arm like just opened up. He throws it almost open arm, and it's not more powerful. So I don't understand what his coaches mean. And this is another thing with the coaches. Why are the coaches telling Wilder to be wild with open arms? You are weaker. Yeah? When you develop power to be short like this, you're much stronger when your shots are shorter. Much stronger. Because all of your leverage is close to your body. As an example, when you go and lift weights, what do we know about lifting weights? What don't you want to do? As an example, like when you do bench press, you want all of your elbows, you want your body to be tight. You don't flare your elbows when you do bench press. That's where your body's weak. You want your body to be tight and strong. When you do a deadlift, you want the weight to be close to your body. You don't lift the weight with it 2 feet away from your body, do you? Imagine how hard that would be trying to lift a deadlift, pull a deadlift from 2 feet away from your body. It'd be hard because it's away from you. Yeah? Same principle in punching. Look at the peekaboo style. Hands to his face. Dominic Breazeale needs to watch a bit of this. That's what he needs to be doing. Straight right hand over the top. Wait, it's too quick, man. I can't. Left hook to the body. Beautiful stuff. Look at that back. This here is Mike Tyson 1980s, man. That's my dude here. But anyway, let me stop getting too gassed off of that. Anyway, let me get back to it quickly. Let's get back to it. All right, then. Now we're going to break down. We're going to break down this knockout. Oh yeah, before I do, I'm going to do a video on this in its own right. But this is one thing I did find interesting. I wonder if a few of you picked up on it. But this guy, this is the WBC. This is the WBC chairman or whatever, Sullivan or whatever his name is, Fabrizio Sullivan, whatever. I don't know his name, but some from Italian don, I assume it is. One sec. Oh. You don't realise how hot it gets when you're talking all the time. That's taking my jumper off. But yeah, this right here is the head of the WBC, and I thought it was quite interesting because they're meant to be pressing Wilder about these comments he's made. Now I don't really care about the comments, but it's interesting that they're all hugging and kissing and whatnot, and they're embracing. Wilder, thanks. Wilder saying to him, thanks for giving me bum's ear, well, not Joshua or White. Thank you for setting this fight up. They seem pretty close to me, grabbing his sweaty neck. They seem pretty close to me. I'm not being funny. I've never seen AJ hugging the WBO or the IBF or the WBA Don like that. I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm wrong. Show me. If I'm wrong, show me it. I've never seen it myself. I've never seen it. They were hugging for hours, it felt like. Proper embracing. Look, stroking his neck. Saying, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe. That's all I can think he's talking about. What else are they talking about? It's not as if... I wouldn't mind yet if Wilder had just iced Joshua in the first round, yeah, I'd get this. I'd be like, wow, yeah, he's done a special thing here. He's done a special thing. A truly special thing. But Breazeale, what? Why are you here for 20 minutes for in his ear like that? I think it's weird. I think it's very weird. It makes sense that they've got some weird sort of some homo relationship going on, if I'm honest with you. Anyway, let's cut to it. Let's see what this Muppet was doing when he got knocked out. Here we go. About to step in. Leaky guard. Look, hands. Hands. Watch the hands again. Steps in. Boom. Hands are by his ankles. Chinned. That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Didn't know anything about that shot, and rightly so he didn't. He tried to pull a Fury at the end, but he didn't have it in him, unfortunately. Let's watch it again from a better angle. Wilder. And what I don't understand as well, actually, as a fighter, normally you should be able to read these signs. Look what... Now, I know we focus a lot on Breazeale. Let's focus on Wilder. And this is one of my criticisms of Wilder. It's called telegraphing your shots. And this is what I mean by that. Let's break it down. Watch Wilder when he's... Watch Wilder. What does Wilder do? Every right hand he throws. And as I've been saying to you lot, he steps in with it. He'll step in with a jab. Yeah? You'll see his lead foot go forward. He'll step in with a jab and then he'll ding the right hand. He literally walks in 6 feet away. Yeah? If I was in front of him, I'll be thinking, you know what? The right hand's coming. Let me dip my chin. Bring my arms in front of my face. Yeah? And hold his shot. Or, I know the 1-2's coming. Let me get ready to slip one, slip the other. Yeah? Or, I know the right hand's coming. Breazeale's feet here, yeah? You see his feet here, spread apart. He could pivot his back foot, so pivot to the, what would it be? Basically, bring his back foot round here. Bring it round, pivot. Yeah? Pivot away from the power. Because that's coming, this power is coming this way, yeah? This power is coming through there, yeah? So if Breazeale moves his back around here, brings that back foot around, the power is going to miss him. Or, once again, dip your head. If you don't want to slip, whip, you can dip your head. Floyd Mayweather style. You've got to be doing something. This whole business of dropping your lead hand and dropping your backhand isn't good enough. As he found out, as his consciousness found out, Breazeale's consciousness quickly found out dropping your hands and sticking your chin in the air ain't gonna work. But anyway, let's see what Wilder does. Let's see if Wilder telegraphs his right hand, as YB's been explaining. Here we go. Look. What did YB say? You can't really see it on this one, but watch his foot here. His foot comes right in with a jab. I mean, look at the body language. Look what Wilder's doing. He's jumping in. And all of this takes time. Is Wilder quick for a heavyweight? Absolutely. Absolutely. But when someone's stepping in from 6 feet away, they are 6 feet away. It's telegraph. Come on. Watch. Steps in. Wham. Bam. Yeah? That's telegraphed, man. And if I don't care what all the Wilder fans say, man, why be hating? If you don't think that's telegraphed, then whatever. You don't know boxing. Simple as that. I'm thinking through history. Who used to step in like that with their right hand? I can't think of many people. I can't think of many at all. In fact, I can't think of any who step in and telegraph it that blatantly. And that's why I feel AJ will be able to do something. because AJ's guard's pretty tight, and he's talked about learning how to slip and whatnot. And AJ will be able to actually counter. He's got the speed and the power to counter properly. And look at Wilder. Look at Wilder's defense. Look at Wilder's hands. Where do Wilder's hands go when he finishes shooting? They're by his ankles as well, but that's for another day. I'll give Wilder his credit on this one. And Breazeale's out. So we'll watch it from another angle quickly. And as a boxer, you've got to be reading these signals. You've got to be. And Breazeale just, I don't know what he was thinking. You've been seeing this right hand. Look, step in. Look at the feet. Look at the feet. Look at Wilder's feet. Jump. Whoop. Jumps in and dings him on the chin. Good shot from Wilder. Laser precision. Straight right hand. Straight as you like. Very nice. I should have paused actually on the right hand. Oops. Wow. Good. Steps in, jumps in, literally jumps in. And now he's able to do that because he's got small legs. Seriously, look at that right hand, straight, nice, beautifully done. And he's out. He is out. And I can't. You can't even sit here and say anything he did well in this fight. And I feel that if you're going to lose a fight in the first round, you should at least go home saying, you know what, A, B, C, D, I did well, or at least A. He didn't do anything well in this fight. Nothing at all. See it from one more angle. And then we'll call it a day, I think. I don't know what's going on there. I think this might be earlier in the fight, actually. Is it earlier in the fight? No. Is it? Not sure. How does he fall over then? Here we go again. See it from the front angle. Wilder steps in, drops his hand. So bearing in mind, the Breazeale, yeah, I haven't been in there. I haven't been studying Wilder for X amount of weeks or whatever. That's what I haven't been doing. This Breazeale guy has been doing that. Virgil Hunter, his trainer, has been studying Wilder, yeah. And YB's been saying for the longest time, he does it. He does his right hand every time. What I'm questioning, when Breazeale sees this dude pick his lead foot up and literally jump in, why was he thinking the worst punch to throw would be a hook? And it's almost like he wants to hook or uppercut to the body, because look how low he brings his hand. If you were going to uppercut his head or hook his head, why your hand wouldn't need to be that low? You'd bring it up to go to his head. It's almost like he wants to go to the body. Now, a hook or an uppercut to the body is the worst shot you can do because your hand's low. You leave your whole head open. And you should be reading. Your IQ should be reading that my man's about to jump in. And what do we know about Wilder? We know Wilder ain't going to the body. We know he's going for your head. So what? I just don't understand at all. And his timing, look at that. He brings it right down. Look at that. And for all the people who think it's fixed, I can see what you mean. I can see exactly what you mean. And it's interesting because, as I was saying, look at his backhand. I was mentioning this and saying about how my backhand's always in. Look at his body's open. This arm here is doing nothing to himself. Yeah, his body's open. Your elbow should be into your body to protect your whatever's there. And your thing should be to your chin. Look, if his hand here had been to his chin, what do we know about Wilder's jab? That jab wouldn't be landing. Look, the ironic thing is, Wilder's jab is at exactly the same point that his hand should have been, right by the right side of his chin. That's where Breazeale's hand should be. Instead, Wilder's caressing it with his jab. Poor, absolutely poor. Yeah, steps right in with it. My man, this dude's IQ is 0. Wasn't reading anything here, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to read when Wilder's doing the right hand, does it? Boom. Right hand comes over. Right hand comes over. Clip. And my man's trying to... God knows what he's doing with his hand here. God knows what he thought he was going to do. Nowhere near Wilder's head. Nowhere near Wilder's body. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Really not sure. All I know is he's sleeping now. Going to sleep. Wow. And it's annoying because... And that's another interesting thing. I did a video today on talking about... Let me get it up, actually. Might be. me show you, man, the video I did. I'm pretty sure you've probably all seen it by now, but this video here, Dominic Breazeale refuses to be interviewed after being separated from his consciousness by Wilder. Yeah, Breazeale kicks off, and not kicks off, but says, "Oh, I don't want to be interviewed." Yeah, which is all well and good, but I thought to myself, "Oh, right, fair enough. He doesn't want to do the post-fight interview in the ring. Maybe he'll do the post-fight interview, the post-fight press conference." He ignored both of them. He didn't do anyone. We haven't heard from Breazeale since the fight happened. I just think I'm disappointed in that, to be honest with you. I expected more, if the truth be known. You'd think my man, after that sort of performance, would come along and hold his hands up and say, "Listen, guys, that was pathetic." Or, and the other thing is, I was interested to hear from Virgil Hunter. What's Virgil Hunter been doing with this dude? Look at his hands. Look. One hand down here and one hand down here. And to be honest with you, look at Wilder. And this is why I like the AJ fight. Because look, you could, with short shots, yeah, with short shots, what you could hit Wilder with an uppercut up there, a right uppercut, hooks over the top, straight shots. He's wide open as well. The way I was taught, when you throw a right hand, your left hand comes straight up back here. It's almost like a changing. It's almost like a mechanism movement. When your jab comes up, or when you jab, your right hand goes back. Yeah. When you right hand, your jab hand comes back. That's the way I've thought about it anyway. But that's why I think AJ's got a good chance. Now, if AJ comes in and his hands are leaky, yeah, that Vladimir Klitschko situation when he got caught. Let me bring that up as well. Joshua. When AJ gets caught, when he gets caught with a shot, wow, that's bad quality. Wow. His guard, I'm pretty sure his guard's pretty low when he gets caught. Now that quality sucks. These guys, where's the knockout gone? What Muppets? I think they haven't even put the knockout in it. Not about knockdown highlights. There ain't the knockdown highlights in a mug. Well, why ain't AJ on the floor then if there's knockdown highlights? Oh, there he goes. Here we go. See, that's funny. That move there. People say AJ don't move his head, yeah? They say AJ don't move his head. What's this then? What's that? That looks like a roll to me. if that ain't AJ moving his head, it's very interesting. And this, you've got to bear in mind, AJ was heavy, half out of shape, and whatnot. If people say AJ don't move his head, yep. What was that then? What? Wait there a minute. I thought AJ don't move his head. Very interesting indeed, haters. See this right hand. Whoom. Guard's leaky. Where is it? I thought it was coming up. Here we go. This must be here. Wham. Bam. Leaky guard. Went straight through the middle. It went through the middle of the guard, bro. It went through the middle of the guard. I'm telling you now, AJ, you best hear YB. You best heed YB's words. If you come in with a leaky guard, listen, I'll tell you now. Let me make sure everyone's clear. People say YB. YB, you're an AJ cocksucker. Let me make it clear for everyone right now. If AJ comes in and his guard is leaky, yeah, YB won't be defending it. I'll be coming out in telling you, man. I warned him, yeah? His coaching team should have listened to YB. You need to get that Mike Tyson style. Chin on your chest. Peekaboo. No messing about. That's what you need to be doing for this particular individual Wilder. And if you don't do that and you get clipped, YB will be coming on and slating you and slating your team. It'll be as simple as that because there's no excuse for it. All you real AJ fangirls can come on here and defend it. I'm not going to be defending it because at this level, there's no excuse not to have. And you can have, the beauty of boxing is, in my experience, is you can have a variation of stances. You can have the peekaboo stance. You can have the kind of stance like Charlo does, where your lead hand's a bit further out from your face. Yeah. You can have the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll stance, where you drop your lead hand and your right hand's close to your chin or whatever. You can mix it up. That's the beauty of it. There's no reason going into a Wilder fight you haven't got a peekaboo stance. Let me make sure everyone knows what that is. No, once again, it's that same picture. It's annoying because there's better pictures than that, but you can kind of see, that's not really the one there, to be honest with you. Not really the one, but it's the best one. I can't believe that's the only one I've got on here. It's annoying. There must be better ones than that. Either way, listen. AJ's watched Mike Tyson before, so he knows what a peekaboo stance is, and he needs to be using it. Them gloves must be stuck together like glue. Yeah. In this particular shot here, his gloves are not stuck together like glue. They're not stuck together like glue at all. In fact, let's see if we get a better view of it. So you look at AJ moving his head. Head's being moved, and he was tired at this point as well. So that's one thing I do disagree with people when they say AJ don't move his head. He moves his head, and he can move his head, and he's own that ability. Watch this. Watch. AJ's lead. See what I mean? Boom. Right on the side of his head, and this is what I was saying. I'm not sure. It's annoying. I can't. So AJ's both of his hands are up here. Vlad separates his guard. I think he was going to parry this shot here, but missed it. I think AJ was going to parry it. Boom. Right on the head. Now, if his two hands had been in front of his face, now it's easy for me to say that. I'm not in there, so I can only speculate. But it looks like he was trying to parry the right hand. Look at this hand here. It looks as if he's trying to parry it, but he misses. He misses the parry and gets hit square with it. Now, that can, to be fair, in boxing, peekaboo or not, peekaboo isn't some magical thing that stops you getting hit with a right hand, but even if you watch Mike Tyson when he was shot to pieces versus Lennox Lewis couldn't do a good goddamn against Tyson in that sense. He couldn't even hit him half sharp, and Tyson was shot to pieces versus Lennox Lewis. He was shot to bits, man. And I know they've got different body styles. In terms of Tyson was hard to hit because he was so small. AJ ain't that small. But let me you got the other thing you got to remember, with them small 10-ounce gloves on, it's hard to defend things full stop, to be fair. But even though Mike Tyson was shot to pieces, he still gave Lennox a good fight, despite being shot to bits and small as well, and small and fat. But anyway, let's not watch that. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway. Chandler, Tyson was a different breed. You can't copy that natural killer instinct and insane genetics. Yeah, but insane genetics and killer instinct doesn't have anything to do with having a peekaboo guard, having two hands stuck in front of your face. Avalon, DB did no interview. Dominic Breazeale did no interview because the interviewer said to Wilder, "We don't want to see you versus Breazeale." Yeah, I heard that, but people don't want to see, bro. Breazeale, bottom line is, you came in and you sucked tonight. Yeah, that's what we do know. Samuel Ojo, YB, AJ has improved a lot since the Klitschko fight. Yeah, but like I say, I'm not going to I'm not going to be. If I see any sloppiness going on, I'm not defending it. Simple as that. I'm not going to be. You man can defend it. I'm not going to be defending it though. I'm not going to. If I see sloppy stuff going on, and I feel AJ could have done better, could have been doing stuff better in training, I'll be coming out and talking about it. I'm not going to sit here and defend sloppiness like that. Sloppiness we've just witnessed on the Breazeale fight. If I see that kind of traits, not good enough at this level. Not good. But like I say, people talk about AJ being stiff in that, but I've just shown you, man, that he clearly has head movement. So it's all BS. They're all lies. AJ does Tommy Temper. AJ doesn't move his head. He angles his body by slipping. Doesn't really move. Well, I've just shown you, man. He does move his head. But then again, it's what we saw when I was just playing the AJ thing there. We saw AJ. That wasn't slipping. That was rolling. He was moving at the hips. Lateral movement. When you're going left to right, that's when you can slip a 1-2. In fact, that's a good thing to watch quickly before I go. Let me put Mike. But like I say, I'm going to show you Mike Tyson quickly because that's what I like looking at. But you got to appreciate Mike Tyson was 5'8", 5'9". I actually went and met Mike Tyson for like a fan, one of them cheesy fan things. But he is small because I'm 5'10", and he was much smaller than me, much smaller. He was like 5'8", 5'9" at best. At best, he was very small. So you got to bear that in mind. And he's got elite genetics in that sense. His lower back's as thick as you like. His abs are as thick as you like. His core's as thick as you like. And what that means is when you got a thick core and then big bulbous legs, you can move your hips. You can move lateral movement like there's no tomorrow. Here we go. Let's watch some of the beautiful Mike Tyson. And you got to remember as well, this level of opponent, to be fair. It's a lip. But still, being that small. And that's the art of slipping. When I ever try it, I always do too much. I'm nervous about getting hit, so I always overextend and end up miles away from the punch, so you can't really counter. I move my head so much that it's not realistic about doing anything. Mike Tyson, what made him good is he'd slip a punch by an inch or two, having that confidence to know that having that confidence to know you know what you're doing. These are dead, to be fair. These are dead examples, if I'm honest with you. Dead video. You find a better one. There you go. This looks like vintage. This looks like 1983 or something, 1982. This one here. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. Whipped him with a left hook. But like I say, you have to bear in mind, he is a small dude. Watch it again in slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. Lovely stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. 5 jabs he slipped there. And that's what I wish I could have seen Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis in their prime, because Lewis had a stinging jab. Proper stinging jab and a stinging right hand. It would have been amazing to see Lennox Lewis versus Tyson in the primes or whatever. And Lennox Lewis says, "Oh yeah, Tyson wasn't his prime. Tyson wasn't nowhere near his prime. You muppet. If Tyson was in his prime, he would have took your head clean off." But boy. Anyway, been on for an hour now, people. So I think I'm going to keep it moving in that. Appreciate everyone for watching. How we got 200 people in the building and only 98 likes. Hit the Lizard button on your way on in. True YB. Then it's love it. Like the boy. Lace Hatcher YB, delete this live right after, or you 100% get copyrighted. Do you think I will? I've only played it small though. YB, a lot of sniffing. You're on the devil's dandruff, you idiot. Deontay Wilder will come home to the zone, bro. You need to tell your man to accept the money. Your man don't want no cash. You don't want that life-changing money. It seems. Tyson 5'10", and bro, I'm telling you, he's not 5'10". I've seen him in the flesh. In fact, I'll upload my picture with him one day. He's not 5'10". I'm telling you now. I'm 5'10". He's not 5'10". Lord McCormick the third. Yes, YB fam. What's good? You cool, bro? Yeah. How are you? Mr. Landlord, Breazeale took a deer, looked like deer in headlights. No movement, no defense. Facts. YB would KO him. You're done, no, bro. H Money. Ness only takes kids to school. Facts. 100%. 100%. He don't want no smoke with YB. Why Nesta Gibbs took you to school, YB? He did that. YB's on his neck. YB's on your neck. YB stays on your neck. Like my dude Zebedon said. Aisha Queen, where's she gone? I was just about to read it. It's time for AJ to stop with that humble, respectful ish. He needs to get real savage when he fights against Wilder. I 100% agree. Why not? We've nothing to lose. Why not? Anyway, your boy's going to keep it moving. Appreciate everyone for watching. Appreciate you, man, in the super chat. Hope I haven't missed anyone. If I have, I'll give you a shout on the next one. One love. Hit the like button on your way out. Keep it locked. Keep it safe. And I'll catch you, man, on the next one. But obviously, holla back. Shout out Henry Brown in the super chat quickly. Who's next for Wilder, White or Ortiz? Obviously, it's Ortiz, bro. Obviously. Ortiz was in the ring trying to big up the fight. Ortiz looks like... Ortiz, someone said this, and I don't know who it was, but I'm going to use their line anyway. Ortiz looks like your grandma's old leather bag. He looks old. His skin looks old. Like a worn leather bag. All right, then anyway, I'm keeping it moving. One love, yeah?